Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Automating Your Business Bookkeeping and Tax Filing. On today's call, we have Russell Miller, Head of Channel Sales at Bench Accounting, and Ryan Berner, Head of Inbound Sales at Bench Accounting. Bench Accounting is one of our Truckstop Partner Marketplace members, and we will be discussing with you today the advantages and importance of utilizing tools to automate your bookkeeping. This will help you maximize your deductions, ensure you're IRS compliant, and get you back your most valuable asset, which is your time. For now, I'm going to transition to Ryan from Bench to get us underway.
Brett, thank you so much for the introduction and thank you for having us today. A little background on myself. I grew up in the transportation industry. My father worked in freight factoring for a long time. I got my career started in the oil and gas industry at Pilot Flying J and then transitioned into freight factoring as well. So I'm happy to launch this partnership between Bench and Truckstop.com as it hits home for myself. As Brett mentioned, we're going to be talking about automating your business with Bench Accounting and really the true value of having automated books and tax filing with Bench. So at Bench, we pair small business owners with expert bookkeepers to get their books up to date and compliant with IRS standards. From day-to-day bookkeeping to stress-free income tax filing, Bench has you covered. We've included a link on this presentation, just bench.co/partner/truckstop, where you can find out more information and sign up to get started with Bench. Today, we'll be talking about the importance of automating your business. We'll be talking a little bit about what Truckstop.com already offers in terms of automating your business, how Bench is going to help, and we'll be walking through quickly a Bench demo led by Russell Miller, and then a quick Q&A session at the end. So let's talk about the benefits of automation. Number one, increased efficiency. It's going to result in less time spent and keep you more organized to focus on the aspects of your business that you need to. Secondly, it helps you keep up to date and on track for a stress-free tax season. It also minimizes the chance of human error and keeps you IRS compliant. And most importantly, it saves you time so you can focus on things like securing the best freight for your truck or your team. You can negotiate the highest rates. You can establish relationships with trusted brokers. You can plan the best trip routes. And most importantly, it lets you focus on growing your business. So automating your business. As I mentioned, Truckstop.com already has a myriad of different solutions to help you do that. But when you automate your business, it really gives you a chance to step back, think about your company processes, create these standard operating procedures, and identify the areas where humans are and are not necessary. And my suggestion is to create a prioritized list. What are the areas of your business that you are not automating today that you can be? I'm going to pass it back over to Brett to talk a little bit about some of the areas that Truckstop.com is already helping you with this automation.
So again, the name of the game is trying to get you back your time and trying to ensure that while you're on the clock, you're able to focus on revenue generating activities. And while you're off the clock, you can maintain the work-life balance that you want. So Truckstop is already helping you with automation through your truck posting. They're allowing brokers and shippers to find where you are and when you're available. With your load searching, you're able to find available loads from brokers and shippers via your desktop or even on your mobile device. We also offer our Rate Mate and Rate Insights, which is providing you rate estimates based on the actual data from your load to give you more knowledge to find profitable loads and more knowledge to better negotiate and get the most profit out of a particular load when you're speaking with a broker or shipper. We also help the brokers with RMIS onboarding and monitoring, which you may be a part of through your relationship with various brokerages. But again, that's an automated process that's helping Truckstop offers them the ability to obtain, maintain, and monitor insurance status and key safety scores of carriers so that brokers are always aware that you're available and they're not forgetting that you're available because your insurance potentially went out of it expired. So if your insurance expires, RMIS is automatically getting that from you. So they know you're available and you're not sitting in a file somewhere saying unavailable. So again, these are all automated processes that Truckstop already helps you do that helps you focus your business time on revenue generating activities when you're on the clock. And again, reduces the overall amount of time that you're on the clock so that you can maintain the work-life balance that you want. Ryan, back to you.
Great, thank you. So how Bench can help. Bench is an all-in-one financial toolkit for businesses. Essentially what you'll be getting is better finances for less work. As Brett mentioned, work-life balance is important and a hard thing to maintain, especially in the transportation industry. And this is one of the things that we found with customers across all industries, is that we're able to give them, that precious work-life balance and time back in their schedule. A lot of people spend their working days working and growing their business. And then they spend after hours worrying about bookkeeping and making sure these things are compliant. And honestly, it's just a really inefficient use of time, and often comes with a lot of stress. So with Bench, what you're going to be getting is a do-it-for-you bookkeeping, tax prep, and tax filing. What you're actually getting is not just a software that is going to allow you to track your revenue and expenses and get you prepared for tax filing, but it's actually going to pair you with a bookkeeping team. So we have hundreds of bookkeepers at any given time that work for Bench that have been in bookkeeping with decades of experience. And it's their valuable experience that's going to allow you to have very limited stress when it comes to bookkeeping and tax filing. You also get unlimited support and consultations with in-house experts. So just by being a Bench client, if you have a question about the way a certain expense should be categorized, you have any questions about how you want your business structured or future tax implications, it's just a simple phone call away, and you can actually talk with an expert on our team, and that's all included in the price of our packages. We also have an incredible service if you happen to be behind on bookkeeping. We know that tax filing can be stressful, and we've worked with thousands of businesses who have been behind on their taxes, some for up to 10 or 15 years behind on their taxes. We know that this can be a highly personal matter, and we approach it with a very judgment-free team, and we make sure that we get you up to date and compliant on all back months of bookkeeping to make sure that you are set up going forward. So tax filing with Bench, we talked about this a little bit, but this is tax season minus the stress. You also get year-round advisory support. We can help catch every deduction and credit and record them on your tax return, which is going to help you get the smallest possible tax bill for your business. One thing that we really pride ourselves on is the ability to maximize deductions. And because your Truckstop.com is going to be a partner with Bench, we're proud to offer the first 3 months of that subscription with Bench at 30% off. And to get started, all you have to do is get a free trial. And a free trial is looking at a historical month of bookkeeping, primarily the last month, so you can get a good idea of the work that you can expect from Bench once you become a customer. So I'm going to pass it over to Russell Miller at this point, who's going to walk you through a quick demo of our solution and what benefits you'll be able to see in our app.
Thank you so much, Ryan. So as you can see on this first screen here, we've got a couple reports, and this is the first thing that you see when you log into Bench, which is an overview of your business. You can see the total profit and loss month over month to see when you were making money, any opportunities to save money. And then you also see your top 10 expenses laid out by dollar amount and percentages. Saving money and being efficient with your spending is so running a small business. So we want these things to be easy to find so that you can make the best decisions possible. From there, every month, your team are going to complete 2 reports for you, an income statement that breaks down every single transaction, revenue, and expenses laid out in their tax deductible categories. We specifically categorize these to make sure that you're paying the least amount of taxes at the end of the year, which everybody loves. If you have any questions or if you've got any concerns about the categorization or any of these transactions, you can come in comment on any one, talk to your bookkeepers and understand why they put them there, or get them moved if you need. The second deliverable is a balance sheet, and this lets you track your assets and liabilities and any business equity you might have month to month with the support of that bookkeeping. So this means they'll track loans, your business bank account balances, and any other assets you might have available to you and your fleet for you every month. And then the last thing that we prepare at the end of the year is a 1099 overview. If you work with contractors, anyone in your fleet as a 1099, we track every single person, every single payment. In addition to that, very extensive resources for you to understand the different forms that you need to fill out, how to fill them out, and just how to save money at the end of the year to make sure you're not missing any deadlines and you're tax accurate. Getting this all set up is so simple with Bench. You simply go into your account, the connections, and we've got automatic connections directly to almost every major US institution where we can connect credit cards and bank statements. And why this is important is that we never want access to your money. And in these connections, we simply request the information from the bank every few days, and then they send it directly to your bookkeepers without you having to upload and be manually involved, because that's the kind of work that really slows down bookkeeping. The last section that we have in the Bench account is a messaging feed. And this is where that bookkeeping team comes into play, is that you can questions, they can reach out to you directly, and we have a 1-day turnaround time. If you need an answer about your financials or you need support making a business decision, we can get you that support and give you those answers in 1 business day. And the last thing is that if you want to talk to a real person while you're on the road and want to talk about your bookkeeping, not everybody does, but we make it really simple because you can book a call directly in their calendar. All of this is a sweet pairing of an easy to use software and an expert team behind it, designed to save you that money and make bookkeeping and taxes so much easier. Back to you, Ryan. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Russ, for the quick demo. So if you want to learn more information, as I mentioned earlier, you can visit bench.co/partner/truckstop to get started and take advantage of your exclusive discount, which is the free trial month plus 30% off your first 3 months with Bench. Recapping what Brett said at the start of the meeting, what Bench does exceptionally well is 1, ensures that you're IRS compliant. 2, make sure that you are getting the maximum amount of deductions when it comes to tax filing. And 3, and most importantly, make sure that we are giving you back your most valuable asset, which is your time. Brett, I'll pass it over to you for any questions that you may have that we can answer for any potential Truckstop.com customers.
Thanks, Ryan, and thanks, Russell. So yeah, actually, I did have a question off the top, since I know that a lot of our audience are going to be small, medium-sized business owners. And right now in this particular economy, costs are extremely important to them. So what is kind of the cost range that they're looking for on your particular services, and how do you guys decide who pays what or who gets what?
Yeah, it's a great question, Brett. Can echo that is a really important question. We believe in transparency and pricing, but the packages do range depending on what the specific customer is looking for and what package they want to go on. So we have some packages that allow you to prepay upfront for an entire year of bookkeeping, because a lot of people like to look at their bookkeeping in terms of tax filing years, and we give a discount for doing so. But on a per month basis, for just bookkeeping, you're looking between $249 a month and $349 a month. And if you're wanting to take advantage of the tax filing and the free tax advice package, you're looking somewhere between $399 a month and $499 a month, depending on what add-ons that you're looking for.
And those charges are by business, not by truck. So if your business has 5 trucks, that would be one cost for the entire business.
Absolutely. Depends on how you're filing your taxes. If you're filing as one company with 5 trucks, then that will be one business, one subscription. If you're filing 5 different businesses, then that would be 5 different subscriptions. And we do have what we call MBC discounts, so multi-business discounts. So if you are bringing on multiple discounts, you do have eligibility for discounts on that as well.
Perfect. I think you alluded into this as well. Are there contract terms that you're signing into, or how does that situation work?
That's a great question. So we do have a month-to-month option for those that are wanting to explore what bookkeeping with Bench can look like. That is $349 a month. But most of our customers do elect to go into our annual subscription because it is a lower cost, and you typically do want a year of bookkeeping and tax filing and think about your bookkeeping in those terms.
And then what type of documents are you expecting the client to provide in terms of, we're doing this type of bookkeeping? I think Ryan or Russell got into it a little bit. What's going on in terms of what type of financial documents or invoices do I need to provide you? Or are you pulling this data automatically from my accounts? How's that relationship working?
Yeah, so it depends on the setup of the business and the complexity of how many accounts you have. Do you have loans and things like that? But Bench's goal is that you are applying an IRS ready come tax season. And if the IRS were ever to audit your business, they look at your bank statements first. And so that's where we go for the source of our truth as well. And so the easy thing about Bench is that you can connect your online banking directly to Bench through that secure platform I mentioned, and then we're able to pull in those documents automatically. If you have outside loans, leases, or lines of credit that aren't on those platforms, really simple upload one time to your bookkeepers to make sure they understand the terms and how you're paying them. From we see those payments reflected accounts, and that's where we get our information from. So it becomes really simple to just have the automation in Bench and have that workload and manual uploads minimize day to day and month to month.
Awesome. Thanks, Russell. Thanks, Ryan. I think that's going to do it for questions that come directly from me, but do you guys have any final comments for our viewers before we close out today's webinar?
I would again just echo thank you. Thank you for having us. We're proud to be a partner with Truckstop.com. As I mentioned, coming from a background in the transportation industry, I know just how stressful running a fleet can be, or even just a single truck. And working with Bench for the past few years, I've seen the direct benefit that so many trucking companies and other business owners have found working with us. And I highly encourage anybody who's looking at a way to automate their business or reduce that stress that you often feel in tax season to please reach out and at least have a conversation with one of our financial experts that can figure out if Bench is actually a good fit for you.
Perfect. And again, do you want to give the viewers that URL?
Absolutely. It's bench.co/partners/truckstop.
And if you guys can't find that, you can also visit the Truckstop Partner Marketplace, and that's going to be marketplace.truckstop.com, and then you can search right for Bench, and you can find the information that way. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time. Have a great day, evening, night. Take care.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you so much.